Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you don't miss any of my most excellent videos. In front of us we have the Eton FR-300. This is an AM/FM NOAA weather band emergency portable radio. You can find these selling on eBay between the prices of $20 to $40 depending on condition. You have used and you have mint. Mine's used. I got it for $24. It's the LL Bean edition. They're known for their cool translucent cases. I got a translucent red front here. I like it. I think it's awesome. I like the FR-200 and the FR-250. They have shortwave instead of the weather band. The FR-300 drops the shortwave band and adds weather channels. So which one's better? It's up to you. I personally like having the weather channels. It's nice, but I don't mind having shortwave on the FR-200. That's one of my favorite radios. So let's check this out. The Eton FR-300. Let's go over dimensions first. We have 6 5/8 of an inch in width. It includes the end of the dynamo and the tuning knob over here. We have a height of 6 inches. And we have a case depth of 2 1/4 inches. That includes the knob in the front there to the back. So there you go. We'll do a quick size comparison here. Give you an idea for size. We have a CC pocket in the house. If I do some band scans, I'm filming this in the evening. This is 9:34 p.m. Central Daylight Time in Chicago, Illinois, USA. And next I have the CC Skywave. I'll be using this in the video if I get lost on the band, on the AM band. I tend to. This will help me locate the frequency we're on. Pretty nice radio. That's a everything radio. Does all the different bands. And we have a deck of playing cards if you don't have those two radios. We have Iron Man. He's the man with the master plan. He loves eating radios that are no longer made, man. Yeah. He's Iron Man. Loving portable radios, man. Yeah. You know he likes them. Just doesn't show it. He buys fancy cars instead. Come on, Tony. Buy some Eton radios. Awesome. So yeah, let's check out the features of the Eton FR-300. It's similar to the 250 in design and concept. So we'll go to the left-hand side. Power generator. Okay, that's cool. So it's your dynamo. Lift this up and you start spinning away. And as you can see, it lights up that little red LED on top. That's telling you you're charging the little tiny nickel metal hydride pack in the back there. So that's your emergency part of your radio. There's no solar panels, and that's a good thing because it wouldn't be very viable on this radio unless the whole back was a solar panel. Then that would be kind of cool. But they never did that. Going to the front, cell phone charger. Well, in 2005 when this was made, that was a viable thing. You had little tiny cell phones and little tiny batteries in there. And you could charge it with that little battery by cranking away and off you go. But today, 2022, 2023, you are not going to be using this to charge your smartphone because your smartphone has a battery that's bigger than this radio. You know what I mean, right? So yeah, don't use this to charge your cell phone, your current one. Radio, of course, we know it's a radio. Light is a light here, so it has 2 LEDs that are blue-white. You control them over here on the switch. Turn them on. And then on the other setting, the bottom one's red. Flashes. Get somebody's attention. Nice. It's got my attention. Cool. Red light special. So the bands are set up pretty nice. AM band on the top. Awesome. I'm an AM band listener. And for it to be right there front and center is the best. I don't know if I can bring that up a little closer for you to see there. Got the log scale underneath there. You'll see the FM band is 88 to 108. You also notice below that there's 2 TV bands, TV1, TV2, old analog bands that are no longer being used by the FCC. So yeah, there's nothing much there to hear, unfortunately, in the US. So there you go. And it says in the bottom, AM, FM, TV, TV1, TV2, weather, receiver. All right, so that back down. We have a switch for the band select. We have AM, FM, the 2 TV bands, and all the way over is weather. And the neat thing is you can set it to weather. And over here you have a switch. It says alert, off, and siren. Well, alert is the alert mode. So you set the alert mode, make sure you're on weather, and make sure you're on a station, one of these 7 down here, you can select on your weather frequencies here. Mine is 5, so 765. And when you make sure the radio is on, and if alert comes through, the radio will turn on. So you do use battery power, but so if you know if a storm's rolling through, set it up like this, and boom, it's kind of like a weather alert radio for you. So there you are. Nice. So we're going to go back to FM, because we're going to be doing a little bit of FM work. Nice. There's a siren. Yeah, beautiful thing. You saw the rotary for selecting the 7 channels in the weather band. This thing excels in the weather band, by the way. Totally blown away. Tuning knob is a really cool setup. It's a dual. You got coarse on the outside and fine tuning on the inside. Volume control, simple volume, analog. Liking that. As you can see, it's got a translucent or semi-translucent top case. You can see the wiring, and you actually can see the speaker. I measured that speaker underneath that metal speaker grill to be 3 inches. The reason why I like the FR-200 eliminates the metal speaker grill, and it's an all-plastic design. I know with age, all-plastic designs tend to last longer than ones with metal speaker grills. These tend to rust, dent, or fall out. This one I think is going to stay because it has metal tabs holding it in. Top of the radio, you saw the red LED. We have a cool carry handle with a fake leather strap here. This is on the same as the FR-200, 250 models. Liking that. You'll see a little finger grip here as well on the back of the radio. Now my used one is kind of scratched in the back. They used a high gloss black plastic for some reason, probably because it's the LL Bean Fancy Edition. Here we have our FM and NOAA weather receiving antenna. This extends out to 26 inches. Pretty amazing. It gave excellent reception for NOAA and it does decent well on FM as well. So Eton FR-300, there's our frequency information if you need to know. There you are. Over here we have a headphone jack. We have a charging output and input. So that's our input. If you notice, the polarity is reversed. The sleeve is positive and the pull is negative. Note that if you're charging your radio with that. Over here we have phone charger, which is standard polarity. Cool. And then the battery compartment, we're going to be using AA batteries. And let me just open this up, show you. There's a nickel metal hydride pack when you're using the dynamo mode. And if you're using the dry battery bay, you're using 3 AA batteries. And the polarity is clearly marked on the battery door there, which way the AA's go in. So pretty simple. I'm leaving my little battery pack unplugged because, yeah, we're not going to be using that. It's dead, and I don't think I'll be able to put a charge on it that it would last, being that's probably the original battery from 2005. Yeah. And then I think I mentioned the switch over here. Middle mode is the dynamo rechargeable battery, and then up is the battery mode for AA's. So awesome. So we're going to do a quick FM reception report, and then we'll go ahead and turn the music on that you just heard. So FM reception, I always like to talk about it, and then we'll turn the radio on, have some fun, and go through all the bands. You're going to love it. I mean, for the inexpensive radio, rock on. So it has a 5-tier method I like to do. Fair, okay, good, very good, excellent. Most analog radios fall between the okay to good category, finding around 48 to 50 stations typically. This radio got a 3-star rating because it found 60 stations. Absolutely amazing. The old school radios like this here, this GE, this found like 48 to 50, and it's got a 2.5-star rating on sensitivity. So this got a 3-star, very sensitive, especially with that long antenna. 26-inch antenna is a big deal. It definitely makes a difference with this radio. It gets a 2.5-star rating, so just shy of 3 on the selectivity. Strong stations do overpower weaker stations, so I was having a hard time getting those fainter stations to come in. I had to really move the radio around, trying to get away from the stronger signal. So keep that in mind if you buy the radio. So overall, 2 3/4-star FM reception. So not a bad FM radio. It really excels on AM and on the NOAA weather band. So we're going to go ahead and turn it on FM. So turn this on. We'll do a audio demo here. This will run for a few minutes, and then we'll go through the bands. There you go. A little bit of an audio demo. Forgot to mention that, yeah, I was using an FM transmitter too, and I was using this little Sony MP3 player to play YouTube royalty-free music over the airwaves. That way we got a nice little audio demo. Here's the C-Crane FM transmitter 2, transmitting on 97.7 megahertz. So there we go. You can look at the dial. See where I'm at. The dial accuracy seems fairly good. It does have a translucent indicator with a little tiny fine red line. It's actually kind of nice to have. All right. So we'll go ahead and turn all that off so we're not interfering with anything. Okay, so yeah, FM was pretty decent. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to, showcase the FM. So what we're going to do is we're going to hook up a little wire to it. I'm downstairs in a subfloor basement. There's just no way I get a signal out of here. So I have to hook up a wire to this radio. Now, some DSP radios, don't mind. They're better. I'm picking up stations right away. Awesome. So I'm going to flip that out. Okay. So we'll go to the FM band. We'll go to the bottom here. And we'll do a little FM band scan. See how that goes. And then we'll go check out our NOAA weather band. And then we'll go to the AM band and find out what we can hear there. Now, expect 2 dedicated videos to the AM band during the day and evening. We'll go fairly quick here.
Said briefly a few moments ago, had a devotion to the most holy face of Jesus, namely Saint Therese, Saint Therese of the Child.
If I mentioned that wire is only 12 feet long and it goes to my window to the inside of the blinds. Nothing fancy, it doesn't go outdoors or anything. Just a simple little shortwave wire.
Daily, but I did in my past, and one of the things that I really...
Do you see it? The analogy is that fire reveals the gold and fire refines the gold. It reveals what is...
This 3-inch speaker is really nice sounding in person. Hopefully it's picking up on the microphone nicely.
And what he's saying here is that our faith is like gold and our trials are like fire.
And I was wondering whether I'm going to get home or not with all these people coming down. Because you had heard the stories and rumors every day that they were killing, raping.
It's not over, it's only begun.
And in verse 8, for if Joshua had given them
be able to assess the situation and see what's in it. And again, our hope is that if people need treatment, we can get them voluntarily to be able to,
You are the light of the world, oh Lord. And this is gonna be it. He's gonna finish what he started.
From what I've been craving.
In the last 3 years is Chris.
Savings are mailing rebate. Exclusions apply. See store for details.
Save big money at Menards. I guess you're just what I need. Check, finish in front of me. Can't get you off my mind. Can't get you off my mind. Don't you worry. Raindrop. I will be your reach.
Reception, we could say. Yeah. Perhaps that is where they will head next. But right now, Shaco and Isata are back on stage. appreciating the applause from a very appreciative Zankel Hall audience at Carnegie Hall. Lots of the audience on its feet.
Lunch bags are 20% off, and we'll get Meyer cheese sticks and Lay's potato chips.
Almost 30 FM band.
Thankfully, with God, you can experience a release from that. When there is we custom fit your feet. And don't forget.
Come on now, make it stop. If you got beauty, just raise them up. Every inch of you.
You want me to find a phone?
I'll just get Jim over here.
He's not even licensed. What about Black? PCI, Empire Records, and Duce presenting official. Todo por lo que probablemente habría estado en una sola mochila en otro lugar. Resulta que tienen mucho más que buenos.
Okay, there's the FM band scan to give you an idea. You'll notice it when you're tuning it, it's a little rough at the start, and then the tunes in towards the edge, towards the right side of the band as you're tuning it to the right. It's normal for an analog radio, so not a big deal. This one exhibits that a lot, but you can get some really good sounding stations out of it. I like it. FM radio still works fantastic, so we'll go ahead and disconnect this wire. Let's see, wait. Yeah, we'll disconnect it for the NOAA weather band. NOAA weather band, we're not going to pick up much downstairs. Upstairs, I picked up 6 stations. 6. Could not believe it. Absolutely a beast. So we're going to go ahead and switch to weather. And we're going to go to 1.
Times Thursday night into Monday.
But yeah, I got 6. I was really impressed.
Water activation will not be needed. Now here is the hazardous weather outlook for the nearshore waters from Sheboygan, Wisconsin to Winthrop Harbor, Illinois.
So you got the antenna extended about a foot or so.
At this time. And now the extended outlook for the period Wednesday through Tuesday. Highs in the mid-80s.
There's 2.
Friday night, partly cloudy in the evening, then becoming mostly cloudy.
It sounded better upstairs. There's 3. There is something there. Just hard to pick up.
Level disturbance will track across the
There's
area
4.
this week and through the weekend. Isolated to scattered thunderstorms will be possible, especially during the afternoon and early evening hours. And now the extended outlook for the Saturday and Sunday. Thursday through Monday.
Just making sure it wasn't 5. Yeah, it's got great separation.
Now here is
here's
the
channel
hazardous
5.
Weather discussion. A slow-moving upper-level disturbance will track across the area later this week and through the weekend. Isolated to scattered thunderstorms will be 5 to 10 miles per hour.
And there's 7.
Wednesday,
so,
mostly
yeah, sitting here, we just got about 5, maybe 6 with that one was iffy. But, yeah, it's great for weather.
east wind 5 to 10
So for my $24, well spent, yeah.
mostly clear. Lows from
Yeah, I'm not going to bore you with the weather. Let's go to the AM band, yeah. That's where the fun's at. Well, that's where a lot of political talk is, yes, but there's Coast to Coast, where they talk about aliens, which is awesome. Love the little gray dudes. Conspiracy theories, all that fun stuff. I get into it. Some of it's pretty good information, some of it's whatever, You can tune it off, find something else. There's always something on the AM band. So we're at the bottom of the band here. Let's see what we can find. I want to just do a quick little band scan here, and then we'll do final thoughts. So I got a list over here of stations I'm going to keep handy, because you never know where I'm going to be on the dial. Some nights are great. I picked up quite a bit with this radio. So let's start tuning. It uses an internal antenna, of course, the ferrite antenna. And I have to aim the top of the radio towards the station I'm receiving to tune it in better. Here's one.
You're not mature enough to make a decision about your own body, but we're going to tell you you have to carry a child.
Here's WAUK 540, Jackson, Wisconsin, 70 miles to the north, 400 watts at night. Definitely directional sensitive.
Just watch. If you missed any of today's program, make sure you download the podcast wherever you get yours.
And so that is why more and more Americans distrust the FBI. There is clear and unmistakable evidence.
Here's 560 WIND, Chicago.
To the kidnapping trial going on in Michigan, that the FBI informants were indeed sleeping in the same bed.
But now the worst begins. Those words from Wyoming Republican Congresswoman Liz Cheney as she conceded her primary race to Trump-backed Harriet Hageman.
This is not a game. Every one of us must be committed to the eternal defense of this miraculous experiment called America. And at the heart of our democratic process are elections.
600 WMT, Cedar Rapids, Iowa, 175 miles, 5,000 watts. Now this radio improves with a passive loop. Let me show you that. Got Turkey Advantage, passive loop here, no batteries required. The loop captures radio energy and transmits it to the radio by proximity. So we're going to tune the loop.
Also in Wyoming, Mark Gordon has won the Republican nomination for governor. On the Democrat side, Teresa Livingston has won the nomination. Polls in Alaska.
So you can eliminate sometimes high-pitch whine or hiss from the radio by using a Turkey Advantage and also boosting the gain.
Seat of late Congressman Don Young, former Alaska Governor Sarah.
So yeah, did I mention this is 600 WMT, Cedar Rapids, Iowa, 175 miles, 5,000 watts. In case I forgot. All right.
Primary, which means the four with the most votes will.
Fine tuning is nice. Yeah, I love this radio. It's just awesome. So we got a ball game on 620 WTMJ, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 52 miles to the north, 10,000 watts. Definitely directional again. The Brewers are probably playing.
All set to go now. The sun.
Primary concerns and point the way to a new life. Now for broadcasts around the earth, here is program number 2081 in the series Unshackled.
Here's 630 KYFI, St. Louis, Missouri, 275 miles, 5,000 watts.
A nutshell description of this true story. It would be hard to resist. The bigger they are, the harder they fall.
A former Memphis cop who allegedly confessed to kidnapping a man.
Here's 640 WMFN, Eton, Illinois, 75 miles, 1,600 watts.
Patrick Ferguson, who is black, the victim also is 30-year-old Robert Howard. The crime happened last year, and the case from
just because you know you can.
There's 650 WSM, Nashville, Tennessee, 434 miles to the south. Always nice, always comes in good, typically on an evening.
Opportunity. Come see everything that New Lennox has to offer. Go to newlennox.net today and start the adventure. New Lennox, it's extraordinary.
Yeah, this is what you came in.
Strong local station, 670 The Score, WSCR, Chicago.
It's time for Cubs post-game show on 670 The Score and the Xfinity Cubs Radio Network. Sponsored by Cars for Kids, Cross Country Mortgage, NabletonMazda.com, and by BetMGM.
First of two home runs on the night. The Phillies belted 4 in the ballgame. The Reds' home runs came from Jonathan India.
Cincinnati Reds game on WLW 700, Cincinnati, Ohio, 300 miles to the east.
Try to bounce back and salvage the series wrap-up
online or over the counter at pharmacies and other stores. The federal government had some bad news.
720 WGN Chicago.
With a drought, you're going to get less water from the Colorado River. Arizona and Nevada.
You're listening to Stardust with Ziggy on Zoomer Radio AM 740 and downtown Toronto at 96.7.
Okay, it's coming in kind of tough. This is for 460 miles, Toronto, Ontario, to the northeast. Zoomer Radio, CFZM on 740.
After several arrests and behavior described as erratic, DC Films Flash actor Ezra Miller said
I think this is WJR 760, Detroit, Michigan, 270 miles.
Binary issued a statement late yesterday. They're due to appear in...
American says its deal is with Boom Supersonic. Neither company is giving financial...
780 WBBM, Chicago.
20 years since the last supersonic passenger flight by Concorde,
including Eton Vision. It took nearly 7 decades.
David, would you check that real fast? Having a search for a test.
It can cause congestion and irritation, and that just makes you feel miserable. You can get a cold, you can get flu, sinus infections, or even worse. Flushing your nose with a saline solution is the most effective way to flush all of those dangerous threats out of your nose. So now when patients come in my office, I tell them I highly recommend that you use Navage.
840 WHAS, Louisville, Kentucky, 300 miles. Usually Coast to Coast is on. Right now, Ground Zero is.
At Navage.com, Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Bed Bath, and Target. Navage,
N-A-V-A-G-E. 860 CJBC, Toronto, Ontario.
866-88 Bible. 866-88. Guys like Tua Tagovailoa. What's his excuse this year?
WWL 870 New Orleans, Louisiana, 865 miles to the south.
Dump it off or flip it over to Waddle and expect the flip to go for, I don't know, 15, 20 yards.
Well, this could be 880. I gotta check. It's 870. Nice. So there you go. Gives you an idea. You can go across the country at night with this radio. No problem. Don't even need the loop. Station was coming in pretty clear on its own. Great. So we'll go ahead and turn this off. Your final thoughts. The Eton FR-300. Does it get a recommended buy in 2022 or 2023? Yes. Further on, yeah, no problem. It's still a weather radio. As long as NOAA's broadcasting, you got a weather radio, and it's an alert radio. Fantastic. It runs on AA batteries, so you don't have to really worry about using that little tiny nickel metal hydride pack in the dynamo. You could refresh that pack. They still sell those at like battery stores. It's a simple cordless phone. People still use cordless phones, believe it or not, instead of using cell phones at home. So that battery is still available. But just in case you don't, just use AA's. Keep a pack of 12 around. And you're rocking. I'll have links below. If you got this far in the video, definitely get an FR-300. They're eBay affiliate links, and if you buy one, I might get $1, maybe half $1, depending on which one you buy. And then I can use it to buy more Eton radios to show on the channel. So definitely support me. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. 2, if you like Eton products, you want to see more, hit subscribe to the bell icon if you haven't already. And 3, comment below what you think about the Eton FR-300. Would you add this to your collection of radios if you don't have it already? Do you like the idea of this as a nice backup radio or an everyday radio? It actually sounds really nice with that 3-inch speaker, and it has great performance on AM, the FM, and on the weather band. It's just absolutely great. Okay, let me know what you think. All right, guys, take care, and we'll see you in my next video.